Hello, welcome to the Illuminating Crossroads community. My name's Lisette, and today we're going to be doing a reading for Leo rising for this upcoming full moon in Pisces that's taking place on September 17th, 2024. And of course, depending on your time zone, it could also be taking place on September 18th in the early mornings. So this full moon is a partial lunar eclipse, and we are going to be looking at 3 different areas for you during this reading. So we're going to look into what's being illuminated during this full moon, how you can work with these energies to support your growth, and what you're ready to let go of. And then we'll ask for any additional advice and guidance that would like to come through from your spiritual team. So I will invite you to get nice and comfy. You can grab a drink or some tea, maybe grab a journal or a notebook if you'd like to jot down anything that kind of pings anything within your awareness. And then just as a friendly reminder, these readings are to empower you, to uplift you, and to remind you of the wisdom that you already hold within. So hopefully this reading is merely just confirmation to confirm and support what you've already been feeling, what you know deep within your core. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start off with some tarot cards. And this is the Midnight Magic tarot deck. And we're just going to ask, what is being illuminated during this full moon? Okay. All right, so I just want to look at the chart really quick. Okay, so this full moon is illuminating your 8th house. So the 8th house can symbolize other people's resources within your life. So maybe the beliefs and values of others. It can also be a house that symbolizes it could be debt or inheritances. It could also be about, depending on the school of thought that you look at, it could be sometimes more occult things, or just this house of transformation, of honoring the cyclical nature of like life, death, and rebirth. So yeah, I just wanted to notate that. But so getting into these cards, I feel like something that might be coming up now. It's interesting since they're pentacle cards. So the pentacles really deal with material reality, if you will. So it's earth essence. And to start off, this is making me think and feel like at the time of this full moon, there might be a supportive need to kind of reflect and evaluate like how much you've actually gathered as far as your resources and just the things that you're surrounded by within your life. So this, for me, some reason is feeling like there's a lack of gratitude in what it is that you have that's around you. Maybe there's been some financial difficulties, and maybe you're kind of feeling blocked and not feeling like fulfilled in just like being able to have resources or being able to do more things that you'd like to do. So like, for example, just thinking of like debts, maybe you do have a lot of debt and you're trying to move through that, but because of that, you're having to make sacrifices to kind of tone back what you desire to maybe be more within in your experiences materially. So I think at this time of the full moon, it might be supportive to kind of see if that is how you've been feeling, well, then how can you make a choice that can kind of shift things now? So when we are working with full moons, it's really a gift of the sunlight shining upon the moon that is speaking towards that house. So we're getting this softer, diluted essence of the sunlight. And especially within Pisces, a really big thing that has been kind of coming up is, that essence of forgiveness. So this kind of feels like a little bit of self-forgiveness, and also just seeing like what is available to you right now as a resource for self. So especially because it is highlighting your second house, because that's where the sun is at. So the second house is like your possessions, your values, your self-worth. So because that second house of yours is being highlighted, this is a really great time to invite yourself to, one, celebrate how far you've come when it comes towards maybe boundary setting and not allowing other people's beliefs to influence you. But if they have been influencing you or causing you to doubt yourself, how can you find more balance in what it is that you're allowing yourself to receive from others and what you're inviting yourself to receive from yourself? All right. Ooh, okay. Just get a couple more cards. Everything's falling. So maybe that's a little message. It's okay if things feel like they're falling apart right now. But hopefully it's not the case, but if it is, know that it is more than okay. All right. So the next cards that came out, that's funny, that came out are, so we have two king cards. So we have the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, but then the World in reverse. So this to me is saying that, well, one, I feel as though this to me doesn't necessarily, like the king cards don't necessarily feel like you. It feels like a masculine essence within your life that is a bit more mature. So King of Swords understands, one, how to wield thought. So you see the dragonfly here. Dragonflies really represent like paradigm shifts, and also just thinking, dragonflies being really active, like at times, especially like when the sun's going down, so they can get the bugs and like get their food, if you will. So that's making me just think, like, during the time of this full moon, maybe it would be supportive to sit with the setting sun, or even the rising of the moon, so that you can connect more deeply with your intellectual body. And also, if you do have masculine essences within your life, so this could be male, female, or what have you, but they just carry a very like logical, analytical, they know how, or not analytical, but they know how to like analyze or like look at the bigger picture or all the details. They know how to tend to their resources and like honor and truly cultivate what it is that's growing for them, or what it is that they want to grow. So that might be a supportive energy for you to connect with, to tap into at this time, so that you can kind of feel like there's more of this balance between that second house and eighth house of yours within your astrological chart. If you're a Leo rising, of course, if you're watching this and you're not a Leo rising, it won't be speaking towards your second and eighth house, but you can still work with those energies because you have those houses and there's energies there. So take what resonates and leave the rest for other people, as they say. All right. And then we also have the World card that came out here. So it's really interesting that the World is in reverse, and, you know, we have that 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So traditionally in the, or in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, I'll just say that it's normally like a family and they're all gathered together. There's all these pentacles, and there's like a dog and that. And then the World is like a person, and they're kind of in the center, and then it has the symbols for each of the like fixed signs, if you will. So this to me is kind of showing that like there might also be something that's being illuminated at this time that's kind of a bit rigid within your experience. So this is a lot of material, mental, and fixedness. So there could be this invitation of like, what does it mean to find more flow and to allow yourself to kind of maybe get a little distracted within life so that you can kind of get re-inspired, if you will. Okay, so let's get some messages from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So we're just going to see how can you work with these energies to support your growth, and what are you ready to let go of? Also, the red is really sticking out to me on the 10 of Pentacles card and the King of Pentacles. So, maybe, I know not everyone has rubies or a ruby hanging around, but if you happen to have that crystal or that stone, it might be supportive to work with. Or it might be supportive to work with red calcite. Also, if you just want to do some work on your root energy center, so really focusing on grounding, how to feel more a sense of security within yourself, not just because of the materialistic things you have within your life, and really nourishing the body, and maybe even having some movement of the body too. All right, yeah, look at that. There we go. They have Earth Guardian. So stay rooted and grounded. And then we have Water Guardian. Wow. Connect with your emotions. And this is really cool because the sun is in Virgo right now, which is an earth sign. And then the moon is in Pisces, which is a water sign. So it really is kind of thinking of this balancing act to invite yourself to be a bit more connected with that water elemental. There's a lot of earth and air, so maybe just tapping into kind of that Piscean energy of like connection to the things that are around you, to the places and spaces that really make you feel emotionally nourished. And then we're just going to pull some cards from the Chakra Oracle deck. Let's see. This is standing out to me, so maybe at the time of this full moon, it might be supportive if you already do dream work. Maybe you do some intentional, like asking some questions so you can get some answers within your dream, or maybe even some healing work in your dream, which the heart chakra just came out, so, and both of these are green. So that could also be a thing of like, how can you invite yourself to step like more outside of the like mental body or even fear, and just invite yourself to kind of come back to your heart space, but to have coherence between that mind and heart, to invite like forgiveness and just cleansing and renewing, and really finding balance, because we have 22 here and then we have the 2 of Pentacles. So 222 could be a thing for you. All right, and we'll just get one more card from this. And then I feel called to say, if you like flowers or roses, maybe that would be something supportive to have around you, to just have things that you find beautiful. So kind of this like Venusian energy, so you can renew a little bit within what you're experiencing. And then here, I'll move this over a little bit. Okay, and then here we have another heart chakra card, and it is 23, so 22, 23, letting go, healing, growth, and compassion and forgiveness, which is all what Pisces is about, is that like really compassion and forgiveness are very key things. And then I'm just focusing on this. So maybe at the time of this full moon, you can make a wish for yourself of like, what is something that you're dreaming of, or that you want to bring more into your heart, to find more forgiveness. And then we're going to go with the crystal oracle cards, and then we'll pull from the Starseed oracle deck as well. But we're just going to ask if there's any additional advice or guidance. Cool. So oh, and then there we go. Okay. All right, beautiful. So we have Amazonite, life purpose, which I think is interesting because Amazonite is good for your throat, energy center, but it can also be used for your heart. And I do think, if I'm not mistaken, I was having like some issues with my voice. So there could be a thing of like, how are you inviting yourself to kind of speak up a bit more within your life? And you can work with the stone if you'd like. And as far as life purpose, maybe because that 10 of Pentacles is reversed as well as the World, maybe you're not feeling like there is any purpose to life right now. And again, connecting with that Venusian energy. So finding things that you find beauty in or appreciation within, even if it's something simple like those flowers I was mentioning, or I don't know, lighting a candle or an incense, and just allowing yourself to find like beauty and purpose in these little things, so then you can remember that beauty and purpose within yourself. And then we have, I don't know if I say it right, but cacaozanite, with new beginnings. And these are very earthy tones. This makes me think of fall. So in claiming this like reconnection with your emotions and allowing yourself to find more forgiveness and being grounded, and also allowing for support from that masculine essence within your life, however it shows up, or even if it's a guide as well, you can invite more initiation towards these new beginnings of these things that you're dreaming of, that you're wishing for. And then we're just going to get a last closing message from the Starseed Oracle deck. And we have, okay, so we have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. And then the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So another thing, just you in your essence as a Leo rising, you already naturally have this. So there's already this innocence towards Leos, because Leos are just who they are. And in nature, when we are who we are, it is innocence. There's no distortion when we're just allowing ourselves to just be as we are. So maybe if you forgot what it means to just simply be yourself, coming back to that and remembering, maybe reconnecting with your inner child, maybe seeing if there are gifts or things that have been coming through that you've been feeling called to focus more so on, then how can you invite more spaciousness to do just that? And how can you invite a little bit more softness within your life? How can you remember that you are multiple things within life? So, for example, like when we look at astrology, like, you know, if you're a Leo rising or whatever your rising sign is, we have each of these signs that are over domain of different houses and such. But, you know, and sometimes people are like, oh, I'm not this sign or that sign, or I don't have this element or that element. But that's not the case. We are all those things. We just have different things that we're kind of more focused in on in this life. But it doesn't mean that we don't hold those other elements, because in order for us to be whole as beings, we have to encompass all of those things, whether or not we consciously realize it or not. So allow yourself to be multifaceted, and don't doubt yourself if you think or feel that you're going about things differently, and know that it's more than okay. Maybe your unique perspective, your unique gifts are what are going to like pave pathways for so many other people, or inspire so many other people, or really just allow you to enjoy your life even more. And what more than just being you is like, can you ask for? You just gotta tap into what it means to be courageous, maybe tap into that lion essence, and to hold that innocence as well, but to hold that strength and courage of the lion. So this is all that I'm seeing for this reading. So I do hope that you have a lovely full moon in Pisces, and I hope that this was supportive to you. I'll go ahead and close out this reading with divine love, light, and wisdom. And if you'd like to leave a comment below or share anything with me, I'd love to hear it. But otherwise, I think that's it on my end. You can subscribe to the channel if this resonated with you, if you want to join the community and just have support along your journey. So until next time, or whenever our paths happen to cross again, thank you so much, and sending you much love and many blessings. Bye.